Well, hello, retro game players. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Marcus. We're going to be talking about another pickup video. This time, this one's all Japanese stuff, which was just really crazy how this came to be. And it came from an auction off of eBay. And the way it worked out was that I was looking for the Phantom Menace on Laserdisc. I've got the other 3 movies on Laserdisc. They didn't release Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith on Laserdisc, but they do have all 4 of the other movies, and this was the one I was missing. And, you know, getting ready to see the new Force Awakens movie, I wanted to watch all of the old Star Wars, but on Laserdisc. So this is the Japanese version. It does have Japanese subtitles on the bottom, but it's all in English. So anyway, it's really awesome to, you know, get this. But it was interesting because the seller had this, and then I always just kind of, I don't know, out of curiosity, click on seller's other items, and I did that, and the seller had a bunch of Japanese video games for the Famicom, Super Famicom, and the N64. So I looked at them, and it was weird, but none of them had bids on it. I don't know if it was how they listed it, and it wasn't, they weren't, you know, people weren't finding them, but the asking prices were very fair. They were like $3 each. Shipping was like $2. And I know that most of the time the Japanese games are not as, you know, desirable, at least for US, and the prices aren't as high, you know. So anyway, I knew that, but I was getting a pretty good deal on this. I think I got this one for $25, which is really pretty fair. And anyway, so I went looking through the seller's other items, and there was like, I don't know, like 5 different games that they had that were Famicom games. And anyway, none of them had bids. So I just emailed the seller or sent a message, and I said, hey, I'm going to be buying the Star Wars Phantom Menace. And I said, do you have any other Japanese games? And if so, I'm curious how much you would sell them all to me for, right? And I have no idea what they're going to write back. They might say that they only have the ones online. They might write back and say they have 100. I have no idea. Well, the person actually wrote back and said, actually, I do have quite a few, and if you buy them all, they're $1 each. And I seriously was just like, okay. And the person wrote back, and you know, he or she was like, do you want me to clean them up? Some of them are pretty dirty. And I just said, no, don't worry about it. Send them as is. So anyway, that's what we're looking at here. Besides this was $25. All these other games were $1. And I apologize because I don't read Japanese. I'm not gonna be able to tell you what the games are. I have no idea on some of them, but some of them I can. So first off, I will start with Winning Post, because I can read it, and it came in a box. So this is Winning Post. If you open it up, it's a Famicom game. You know, oh, sorry, Super Famicom game. So, yep, comes wrapped there. It's got the manual. Yeah, I've never seen one of these in the box before, so this is pretty cool. Again, color manual. That's awesome. And it's about horse racing, I believe. So, anyway, that's a pretty cool thing, just because anything in an old box like that, to me, is really cool to have. So, Winning Post. Another one that came in some kind of a box is, it looks to be like baseball from Namco. Actually says Namcot, which is Namco up top. And it says 1990 here. And on the back, it's just pictures of like baseball and stuff. So I don't really know what's going on with this game, and it's hard to get open. But inside is a pretty nice copy for Famicom. It's kind of a bigger cart than a Famicom game. But anyway, it's in really good shape. It's got the manual. I'm just not really sure what's going on here. It's got the book. Oh, it's got this weird little thing too. I guess this might be like a certificate, or maybe it's just a whatever, don't submerge it in water kind of a thing. I'm not really sure. But yeah, the book is included. It's all color. That's awesome. So the rest of them are all loose carts. But anyway, yeah, even these were $1 each. So that was really cool. Let's go through the other Famicom games. This one, again, I have no idea, but it's by Jaleco, and it's a baseball game. Oh, here's the front, I guess. So I don't know what that says. I have no idea. But whatever. It looks cool on the back. It's just a baseball game, but it's on a red cart, and it even says Jaleco up here as well. It's kind of imprinted on the plastic, so that's awesome. This one, I don't know, Pachicom? I don't have any clue. So, yellow cart. This one, Macross something. So, that looks badass. That's a Namco one. So, yeah, that's really cool. I, again, have no idea what it really is, but it's something Macross. This is F1 Race. And yeah, just a standard gray cart. And then Lunar Ball. And so that looks kind of like a space game of some kind. Don't have any idea. And so that's the Famicom games. And then let's go ahead and go into the Super Famicom. You know, I just have no idea. It's got a couple kids on there doing something. I don't know what they're doing. But there you go. This one, All-Star Dream Slam. That's a wrestling game. That's a wrestling game of some kind. I don't know much about it, but there you go. Mario and Wario. Mario and Wario. You know, I'm unfamiliar with that as well. Mario and Wario. Okay. I have no idea what this is, but it looks kind of like the Splatterhouse house. So I'm not sure what game that is or what's going on. I would love to know. It looks cool. So I might have to just play that one and see what's going on. Dragon Quest V. This one's got somebody's name written all over it or something with Sharpie. Yeah, this one, at least you can read it. Dragon Quest V. Final Fight, which is one of my favorite games. If you haven't seen my playthrough of that, check that out. It's pretty entertaining. I love that game so much. Nothing like beating people up with Hagar. So, oh, and I wonder too if this Japanese version has Poison, the characters, instead of the weird little punk dudes. I bet it does. I bet it does have them. Because in the Japanese version, it's different. In America, they removed the girl and put in this weird little punk guy. So, this is some baseball game from 1995. I don't know what it says, but it's a Namco game. And Excite Stage 95. So this is a soccer or a football game of some kind. And this is all in Japanese. I have no clue what that is. No idea. Another one. I have no idea what that is. So, if you know, let me know what they are. I have no idea. Super Fire Pro Wrestling 3. Now that one I do know. There you go. That's actually a good wrestling series. I think I have a few of those on the N64 as well that are Japanese. So there's the Super Famicom games. And then let's go into the N64 games. This is Yoshi's World. I can't remember. It's the one weird side-scroller game. Yoshi's Island? I can't remember. Yoshi's World? All I know is that I played this until when I was younger. I played it on N64 until I got really frustrated with the part where you had to do like a race. And it was really, really challenging. But it's a fun game. It's really, really a cool game. This is Pokemon, I think. Let's see. Rocket Monster... Oh, Pocket Monster Stadium. So it's a Pokemon game. Kirby 64. So that's a good game for sure. Mario Kart 64. Pokemon. I'm not sure if that's Pokemon Snap. I have no idea. It might be Pokemon Snap. Pokemon something. This one I don't know. V2. I have no idea what that is. Donkey Kong 64. That's an easy one. And the final game, Banjo-Kazooie, which is pretty crazy. That label is nuts with it. It's so busy. There's way too much stuff going on that label. So, anyway, all those games were $1 each. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I know that they're all Japanese games, but that's a good deal. I was like, whoa, okay, sure, yeah, $1 each, that's fine, no problem, thank you, you know? So anyway, that person got amazing positive feedback, and, you know, I guess the moral of the story here, if there is one, is to always email the seller and just ask if they have, like, games. You know, sometimes they might have more that they don't have listed, and sometimes you can buy them for cheap. I mean, I did not expect them to come back and say $1 each. That's crazy. I was like, I mean, I had to reread that, you know, over and over, but all I really knew is that I wanted this, and then, yeah, hey, I've got all these other games, so, anyway, that's what's going on. $1 each is a great deal. I appreciate you guys watching, and of course, if you do know what some of these are, let me know, because I can't read, you know, Japanese. I have no idea what some of these are, so thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and as always, keep it retro by watching Laserdiscs, and especially the Star Wars Laserdiscs, later on.